It is the time now. Ben's going to talk to us about universal credit now.
Morning.
Yeah, and it's sort of a bit of a niche area of the people who could stand to lose out from these changes. Thanks very much. Good morning to you. It's been pretty controversial of late, but universal credit slowly replacing other benefits. And the point of it is designed to get people back into work, but does it actually help the self-employed people who are working for themselves? Well, the rules are slightly different, and the charity Citizens Advice says that those people could be hundreds of pounds worse off. So, how does it work? Well, after working for yourself for a year, it's assumed that you're making at least the minimum wage, and the government uses that level to work out what's known as the minimum income floor, the level at which you should be earning. Now, if your income goes over that level, then your benefits will be reduced. But, and here's the rub, if you earn under that amount, universal credit won't make up the difference, so you could end up with less cash. And according to the charity Citizens Advice, it means that self-employed workers who receive universal credit could be worse off by £630 a year each, even if they earn the same as someone who is employed. It all sounds very complicated, so with me to explain it, Kaylee Hignall, who's from Citizens Advice. Kaylee, good morning. It's a bit complicated, isn't it, trying to explain those different levels, but just try and explain best you can for us why this is a problem.
Absolutely. So as you said, universal credit treats self-employed people differently, and it does assume that after 12 months, businesses will be earning at least the national minimum wage and won't top up their income if they're not. Now, the big challenge here is self-employed people claiming this benefit are often on very low incomes. So not getting that top up affects their rent, affects their bills, and really affects their ability to budget. The real challenge comes as well for people who have fluctuating income, which is really common for self-employed people. You've got construction workers, for example, who get paid on completions of jobs. 1 month might be great, the next might be lower income. Now, in that situation, they'll find their universal credit's not helping them as much as it needs to.
And it also suggests then that those people that are affected might need to go out and find another job just to kind of top up their income. And that defeats the whole object, because the point of this is to get people back into work and earning a solid living in a solid job, not having to do bits of jobs here and there.
Yeah, the challenge is making sure that you allow space to tackle businesses that need more support. They're not making a profit, and perhaps self-employment isn't the best option for those people, at the same time as providing enough time and support for businesses that do have that prospect and future to flourish and become brilliant businesses in the UK.
Is it fair, just to look at this from the other side, that if a business isn't earning enough for the person who's working there, that the taxpayer should then have to go in and essentially subsidise them and make up that shortfall? Because if the business isn't working, we shouldn't be propping it up, should we?
So there is a challenge with some businesses in the UK that are lasting for a long time and not giving people enough income to live off. And it's absolutely right that we try and tackle that issue. What we can't do at the same time, though, is penalise people who are really giving it a go, doing everything they can to make a business work. It really can vary across industries how long it can take before you get up to that national minimum wage. It's quite a high level, really, for first year of businesses. And this minimum income floor policy has no discretion, so it doesn't make a difference whether you're trying your best or not.
And that's so for self-employed people. Let's just look at universal credit overall, just briefly if you can. A lot of controversy of late about it being introduced, replacing all those other schemes. How is it going? Are we at a point where actually it's all starting to bed in there?
So universal credit is a massive benefit reform. It's really complicated, and this is just one area of it. We've been raising concerns about the benefit, and we're really glad that the government acted recently at the budget to make some changes. We're watching our evidence really, really carefully to see if those changes are having the desired impact, and we'll continue to report as we see more and more issues coming up.
Kaylee, thank you. Really grateful for you trying to explain all of that. It is fiendishly complicated. You did well. Thanks very much, Kaylee Hignall, there from Citizens Advice. And just to say, we spoke to the Department for Work and Pensions, and they told us that the minimum income floor, that's the element that we're talking about there, they said it encourages people who aren't earning enough through self-employment to grow their business or take on more hours in other employment. But that could be, as we've discussed, the real issue. More from me after 7. See you then.
See you then, Ben. Thanks.